I've had an amazing success with the brighteners. So I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't smart enough to think about doing a before on my hands. I did do a before on my face, and I did a before with my skin analyzer. And so you can't dispute the skin analyzer. So when you go to show that to your customers, they can go, oh, well, you doctored that picture up, or the lighting's different in your hands, or blah, blah, blah. But you can't argue with the skin analyzer. So I did one before, and I did another like a week later, and then I did another one, and you would just not believe how that little dial has come down with my uneven skin tone. And it has just made the most amazing difference. And I feel even more confident now that I know that I'm not, ugly. So,
oh my gosh, I'm going to mute you.
but anyway, I really, really, really love the skin. I mean, the brighteners. And I'll say one more quick thing. I had gone to the dermatologist before the brighteners came out, and I knew they were coming, and I was waiting for them. But he said, now, Miss Nichols, what are we going to do about your uneven skin tone? And I said, well, I use Mary Kay. And he said, you know what? You just go right ahead and you keep using your Mary Kay, because my treatments are going to be $200 for each treatment. So you just go ahead with your Mary Kay. That'll be perfect for you.
And look at what it's done, the new brighteners that we've got. Yes. So, I mean, yeah. And so do that, do it on one hand, and just see the difference, because I always show, the difference in the back of my hands, because I do everything on the back of my hands. So show that. And if you did notice that I did put cards on our Kelly's Kickers page, okay, I did put their information cards. You can print those out, you guys, or save them to your computer, so that way you know exactly what each product does, because we've got 4 boosters now. Okay, so there's the line reducer, the resurfer, where it's making it smoother, is that how you say it? Okay, and then there is the hydrating, and then the last one is the brightener, okay, for uneven skin tone. So there's 4 boosters, and so you just want to know about each one and how they can help your customers. Okay. And which one there you go. See, Patricia posted that. So you can go in and print those out. All right. Or at least save them to your computer. All right. To your phone, save them as pictures. Definitely. Because I'm always wondering, like, what's the best things to say, and, how to introduce them to your customers. Okay. So I wanted to get those out there. A director, I think it was at our January Jumpstart, shared the information cards in one of the classes. And anyway, so I want to make sure got those out. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to move on to PCP. Dee, if you would unmute and come on and tell us about PCP.
There we go. Okay, with our PCP, this stands for Preferred Customer Program. For those of you that are new, I don't want you to think we're selling drugs or anything here. Our Preferred Customer Program is an amazing program. This is where we can program our customers into our Mary Kay in Touch and our customer page. And then each quarter, we have open enrollment, which the open enrollment for this current quarter closed on January the 17th. So don't forget those open enrollments. All of us directors try to announce them on our page so that you don't miss it. And you can pay 90 cents for the company to mail out your books. And trust me, it's about $2 now to mail one book. By the time you put it in a brown envelope and address it and pay the postage, it's close to $2 now. So the $90 is well worth it, because you don't have to worry about addressing a bunch of envelopes. The company will mail the book out for you. Plus, it will have free samples in it. So the books for this past quarter for spring will start mailing February the 8th. It does arrive 7 to 10 days to your customer. So what's today, the 6th, in 2 days, that book will start mailing. And the free samples that's in the book this time is the 2 hydrating lipsticks, Think of Pink and Very Raspberry. So 2 beautiful colors. So that when the book comes out, it gives you a reason to call your customer and check in with them. It gives you a reason, one, to check in with them to see if they're needing any of their skincare products. Maybe they're about to run out. And then 2, just to visit with them about the new product coming out, if they want to drop by and try it, if they want you to drop by their house or whatever. I've got a couple of scripts. I know Kelly posted some on her Facebook page, her unit page, and I'll be doing that also. But this one just says, hi, Susie, this is Dee with Mary Kay. I'm just doing my quarterly checkup call with all of my favorite customers to see how your skin is doing and if you need a refill on anything. I also wanted to make sure that you got the catalog in the mail. You should have gotten it in this week, in the last week or so. If you have any questions on the new product, just let me know and we can meet in person anytime, or I can send you some samples. So it's great to copy this text and send to your customers, or to call them, just check in with them. You might want to check in and see if the skincare products they've been using is still working, if they're having any issues. So I love the PCP program because it does give us a chance to just call and connect with our customers, reconnect with them, make sure we still have good addresses and what have you, to just see if they're needing anything or want to try the new products. One thing that I do love is after you've been in Mary Kay for years, like some of us directors, and you've built a huge customer base, sometimes it's hard to get around to calling all of them. And so I love it. I know when that book has hit, because I start getting calls from my customers before I have a chance to call them. They start calling me and say, hey, I want to try this new product. Or if it's not that they want to try the new product, it just reminds them to call you because they haven't ordered their moisturizer lately. I got a call from a customer today on that. So the Preferred Customer Program is a great program to be a part of. It definitely helps you to have a good reason to call your customers. Okay, so it'll be mailing in 2 days, so don't forget to follow up with your customers. And right quick, I think Kelly disappeared for just a second. I just want to tell all of you, I appreciate all the cards that have been sent to me today. My husband went to the mailbox and I had a stack of cards, and I want you to all know that I love and appreciate you. Those that don't know, I did have surgery a week ago to have my ovary taken out. And so I've been recovering from that. And I wasn't expecting that to come up. So the week before, we went on vacation for our 45th wedding anniversary. So it's just been a crazy last 2 weeks. But I did want to say real quick, thank you all for the cards that I have received and for the scriptures and the words of encouragement.
Awesome. Yes. And so, Dee, I was listening to something today. I went to YouTube and I had listened to something there on YouTube. And I don't know, probably not all of you know who Rena Tarbett is. And Rena Tarbett is a national sales director emerita. Okay. And so Rena Tarbett, I mean, she was like a top national in this company. And oh my gosh, just listening, it was like a 2008 speech that someone had posted on YouTube. And y'all, I mean, I could listen to Rena all day long. And just when she spoke, you listened. Okay. And just her story, just, about her and stuff is just amazing. And so Dee, I thought about you today, listening to Rena, and I'm going to share her speech with you. Okay. And so it's just, I mean, definitely. And Dee, I got to thinking too, I do have a book of Rena's, and it's Rena is the name of the book. And so I don't know. Do you have that book, Dee?
I have one of her books. I'm not sure which one it is.
Okay. But I'm going to bring it. And so while you're healing this next week for you to read. Okay. So it's an awesome book that Rena. wrote. So I love it. Okay. All right. So next, thank you, Dee. I'm excited about the new books coming out and about people trying our new lipsticks and just giving everybody a call, and following up and getting some of those sales going. Okay. So thank you, Dee, for that. And then you can also go in, and they should have like reposted because I had tagged Dee in them. And so they should have like tagged back up to the top to where you can go in and look at those scripts that Dee just read too. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so now we're going to go back to Tess for Valentine's ideas.
Okay, so Kelly also put in our group about beauty bouquets. So you can, the guys, they try. They try, but sometimes they just really don't have a clue, and they just need a little bit of help. And this is what this is going to do. It's going to give them a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of an idea about what to do for their special ladies. So it says, hey, husband. Well, you can say their name. You don't have to say husband. Say, hey, Mr. Nichols. Hope you're doing great. It's me, Tess, your wife's Mary Kay lady. I got a quick question for you. Do you have a minute? And you wait for a response, and they say, great. Thanks so much. Would you be interested in getting your wife or mom or both a beauty bouquet for Valentine's? Women honestly get sad when they don't get gifts on Valentine's Day. So this beauty bouquet is loaded with MK goodies that she will love. And they're ranging from $100 to $300 plus free delivery. Most guys go with a $120 beauty bouquet, but you can do any price range. Oh, and by the way, you don't have to worry about what to pick out. I'm going to do the shopping for her because I'm the pro. I also have mini bouquets that are great gifts for daughters and sisters. They start at $15 and can be completely customized as well. Can you let me know? Either way, thanks. And then there's an option number 2 that says, I've got a special gift put together, and I know several things that she likes. I'm not going to read it. You can go back and read it because I already read the first one. So just let me know which one you would like to do. And there are pictures. Oh, there's one more that says, hey, the countdown's begun. We're close to Valentine's Day. Let me put together something for you. So there's pictures on Facebook about the beauty bouquet right here. See how they put all those really cool things together. And here's another one. And it's just brown paper folded or wrapped up into a cone. And they put some flowers in there, and they put some great Mary Kay products in there. And if you have trouble with the cone and making a beauty bouquet out of that, the paper and stuff, I did this little thing right here. It's just, that pink basket that I showed you before, and in the bottom of it, it's actually garland because that's what I had on hand. That makes it look, tinselly, like shred. So that's not a beauty bouquet. You can show that all day long, but that's not a beauty bouquet. So anyway, and then I just put some little fake flowers in here. And then this is the miracle set and whatever else you want to throw in there. And you can wrap that up with a cello bag and put a great bow on there. Tulle is a great tool to use for gift wrapping because it's so forgiving, and you can really do a lot with tulle if you don't want to mess with those cello bags. I have trouble with those. I don't know if y'all do or not, but I do. And remember, we showed those ones last week about the roll-up bag, and we showed about the little pink travel bag also. So those are all really, really great things for you to send out. But if you give those guys a little nudge, I know that they're going to text you. And you can even text them one of those pictures and say, this is what it's going to look like. Don't you want to give that to your wife? And I think that's all I had.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I am working on recognition there. So I was trying to get all those in. So who is working on selling Valentine's gifts? Who is working on those? Okay. Y'all, remember I told you a couple of weeks ago that I sold $1,000, many times $1,000 in one day. Okay. So have your baskets made up. Have your baskets made up. Okay. And so, and then, you know, go to construction sites, but don't go by yourself. Go to, you know, go with a partner, or, you know, go with somebody, partner up, and, you know, go to construction sites, go to businesses at time is, you know, when time's over, on Valentine's Day, go maybe the day before Valentine's. Fridays, people get paid, you know, so things like that. So maybe like on Friday, men are not going to think about it until, like Tess said, Valentine's Day. All right. That's when people are going to be thinking about it. And so, but be thinking, having those baskets made up. Okay. So thank you, Tess, for sharing that. All right. So next thing, what else? I want to know, like, what else is this week? What else is happening this week? Can anybody tell me? Anybody? Nobody can tell me what else is happening this week? Tess, tell me.
Isn't there a sharing, a marketing event with Janice on Wednesday night, on tomorrow night?
No, she
And-
don't have anything this week, Janice.
You're talking
Okay.
about the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Janice, I don't know. It's the Super Bowl, okay? It's the Super Bowl, you guys. Yeah, now some of you may think I'm not even a sports person, all right? But you know, I love sports, all kinds of sports, rodeos. I mean, I love baseball, football, hockey. I love it all. So it is Super Bowl this Sunday, okay?
Only you
So
and
who they're
Christy.
playing. Do what?
Only you and Christy will know.
I know.
that.
High five, Christy. High five. So you know what Christy and I will be doing on Sunday, right? Well, I'm going to share with y'all about a Super Bowl pot. Has anybody ever done a Super Bowl pot in their Mary Kay business? I mean, let me just tell you, men get on Super Bowl pots, okay? And I mean, they're not just like a $10 Super Bowl pot. I know my cousin's husband pays like $200 a square. It's like ridiculous, okay? $200 a square. And so it's like, how crazy is that? Well, we're talking about a Mary Kay Super Bowl pot, okay? And why not get the women involved, because they're watching it with their husband or significant other or whatever. Why not get them involved? Because it makes them excited to watch the game. Like, am I going to win something? And I mean, I'm sure their husband will say, what are you on? I want a Super Bowl pot just like you, okay? And so anyway, so I'm going to share the screen, and I'll also be posting these, okay, about these Super Bowl pots. Let me get it pulled up. I know when you stream, you've got to have all of them pulled up. So let me pull this up, the first one here. Okay, so let me get all of these pulled up because it takes a minute. That one, and then let me go to the next one. Come on. Sorry, guys, I should have, you know how Janice does this, and she's like, okay, get those pulled up. There we go. Okay, I think it should all pull up now. All right, so I'm going to go back to y'all, and then I'm going to share the screen. And here we go. Okay, so here is just, you can post this like on your, did it pop up? Is it up now? Okay, so it says big game pool 23. All right, and so down here, the next one is big game pool. Okay, I'll call it a Super Bowl pot is what I call it. Okay, but if you want to not call it the Super Bowl, you don't have to, but it's a big game pool. All right, so football fan or not, how would you like to sell 500,000 or 2,500 between now and the big game? Now, this is for a consultant. How would you like to sell that much between now and the big game? You could have $1,000 week. Okay. Here's how it works. Lots of fun and profit too. Number one, okay, it says decide how much you want a square to be. So each of these squares, okay, could be $5, $10, $20, whatever you want them to be. Okay. It says then you want to fill the board. All right. Or you can have multiple board winners. All right. You have to decide how much the squares are. Okay. I've done $10 a square. Okay, many times. And so I think $10 a square is a good number to go with. Okay. Then it says, then decide what you're going to be giving away. All right. Based on what you profit, you'll choose to give anything from 50% off one item to $25 in free product or something you have in hand. So it doesn't have to be $25 in free product. Okay. It could be just, you could pick a satin hands. This is what somebody wins this quarter, or somebody, wins a skincare this quarter. All right. So it says you choose from whatever you want, and it's $25 for fourth quarter. Total giveaways is $55 retail, costing you $27 wholesale. All right. You can give away a pink free mask. Okay. Quarters 1 through 3, or then quarter 4, give something else away. All right. So it says when your customer, this is number 3, when your customer makes a purchase, you fill in the square below, okay, based on the amount of their purchase. So like I'm doing $10 a square, okay, and my customer purchased $30, okay. I'm just going to go through and pick 3 squares for her. The numbers are not to be on here, okay. So this is just showing what it's like, but the numbers are not supposed to be on here until you have the football pot filled. Then you fill it, okay? Then you do the numbers, you draw, okay? So put the names. So if I have someone that bought $100, how many squares do they get? At $10 a square, they get 10. So I'm just going to go through and put her name in 10 squares, okay? So this works just like a Super Bowl pot, just if you've ever seen how one works. So then once you have it all filled up, okay, then you're going to draw the names. The numbers. So like you're going to just put like 1 through 9, 0 through 9 in a deal, and you're just going to draw a number. Okay. So if you draw 9 first, then you're going to put it right here on the first square, or the first gray. All right. Let me show you another one here. Okay, here, let me see. I don't like that one. Okay. All right. This one here is $10. Okay, so do you see this? This is a pool right here. $10 a square. All right. So there's no numbers on here. All right, yet. All right. So once, say I drew 9, then I'm going to put number 9 here, right here. Okay. If the next one is 3, I'm going to put a 3 here. The next one is 2, I'm going to put it here. Next one is an 8, I'm going to put here, and go all the way across. Then I'm going to draw again, put them all back in here, and then I'm going to draw again going down. All right. You've got Kansas City and Philadelphia in there. Okay. You could even say I'm drawing right now for, the top. And so you could like draw a chief or Philadelphia, Kansas or Philadelphia, and that's who's going to be on the top square, on the top of it, and then do the side. So you could do that, or you could just put Philadelphia and Chiefs on it doesn't matter, if you just want to do pick, Philadelphia is going to go up the top, Chiefs are going to go down. Does that make sense? Okay. So, all right. And then it shows you here, okay, then you keep score. So that in one way, you have to watch the football game. Okay. I know Vicky's like, no. So, or just make sure you go back at halftime or during the quarters and know what the quarters are. Okay. And what the scores are. Or you can always post it on Facebook. What was the score of the first quarter? I guarantee you people will let you know. Okay. All right. Tess, do you have a question? No. Okay. All right. So the name of the game is to get this filled up. Okay. So someone tell me, because I don't even know how many squares are on this. Can someone tell me? See if there's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 squares. Okay. 10 times 10. 100. Okay. So 100 squares. And so if you're selling them at $10 a square, what is that? $1,000. Okay. Isn't that right? I'm not a math wizard. Okay. Yes. So that's $1,000 week right there. So do y'all see what I'm saying? Now you can do right here. There's different ones that you can do. Let me see here. There's another one here that has $25 a square. Okay. Yes, Vicki.
Kelly, forgive my ignorance.
No.
But does the whole thing have to be filled up before it goes? So if you only have 30, if you only have 10 people, or 10 of them filled up, you still do it.
You still do it. And so if
And-
it's, I mean, if it's not, is
Okay.
what I did last year is I took a picture of my football pot, okay? Like the day of the game, okay?
Uh-huh.
Took a picture of it and I texted it to everybody that has their name on it,
Okay.
okay? So then they see what their numbers are,
Okay.
all right? And then they'll see that if, say, like at 0 to 3, and you go across and you match those numbers up. So like you'll go 3 at the top, Philadelphia's 3, and the Chiefs are 0. Then you're going to
Okay.
draw them together till they match up. Okay.
Okay.
And whoever's in that square wins that first quarter. If there's nobody in the square, nobody wins.
Okay. So where do you draw these numbers from that you're marking on there?
You just get a piece of paper and
Uh-huh.
just write 0 through 9 and then just draw 'em.
9. Okay. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, 0 through 9, and then you just draw them.
I told you I'm ignorant on this.
Hey, that's okay. The first time I ever did it. I mean, back when I did this, y'all, 30 years ago, I went around, I guess for 2 or 3 years in a row. This was before these all come out. We just had a plain piece white paper with a football pot on it. And I went around and sold the squares for $2 a square. Okay. So I would have some customers that would give me $10. I didn't do it by product sold. I sold the squares for $2 a square. Okay. And so y'all, what is that? That's a $200 order. Okay. So that's, back 30 years ago, that's how we did it. So you could do $5 a square and ask, if you want to do it that way. But, then they come out with this where you sell the product, and that encourages the customers to purchase the product to get their name on a square. Okay. So anyway, so here's $25 purchase. Here is another one that's $5 squares. So it's totally up to you. Okay. And so right here, the first quarter, you can do, like I said, anything you want. So $25 shopping spree. I know last year I gave shopping sprees. Okay, is what I did. So, I mean, my customers were so excited that they won. Okay. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I didn't know I won, even though I sent them, maybe they weren't watching the game or whatever, So, but anyways, and so they just got to pick. I gave them just, a few days to pick what they wanted. I sent them a link to the lookbook and then they could go through and pick. Okay. If you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to. Look on your shelf and see what you have a lot of. Okay. Move that limited edition product or move things that you have that you want to move. Okay. And so move, maybe a lipstick, a lip liner, and a lip gloss if you've got a lot of those. Okay. So it's totally up to you. Maybe a microdermabrasion one quarter. So totally up to you. And if they say, oh, I already have a microdermabrasion, guess what? They can re-gift it to someone. Okay, for Valentine's Day. Re-gift it to your daughter-in-law for Father's Day, for Mother's or Valentine's Day. Okay. So if they say, I already have that, or that's not my color, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but I mean, it's a gift. Okay. So you don't want to return a gift. All right. So anyway, so does that make sense? You can do $20 shopping spree, so it just kind of shows you here being entered into a big game pool. Okay. For every $10 in Mary Kay purchase by 2/12. Okay. And that's by 5 p.m. because the game starts at 7:30. All right. So here it tells you all the instructions right here. All right. Tells you all the instructions. And then right here, it just tells you, put the name of one team on the top and put the name of the other one down the side. All right, down the left side. Once your squares are full, you'll need to put numbers on the board randomly, 0 through 9. The gray column are the 0 through 9 for the gray roll. Okay. Now you are ready for the game. At the end of each quarter, you will have a winner. You will take the score of each team at the end of the quarter and plot them, okay, on the graph. Okay, so they'll match up. And then you'll have 2-digit score. Sometimes it may be a 1-digit score. All right. Take the digit on the right. Okay. That's the one that you come down. So let's just say the score is 10-3. It's going to be 0. 2-3. Okay. So it's the number on the right if it's a 2-digit score. Okay. So that's what it's saying. So you take that second number and then you match it up. Okay. Call your winner with excitement, or I just sent text, to them and said, this is something fun they do every year. I know my girlfriend Suzanne in San Antonio, last year she had 2 football pots full. 2. Okay. And so y'all, this is fun. It's fun for the women. It's something fun to do, just because, most men are going to be watching the football game, and it gives the women something fun to do. Okay. And just to say, hey, I want to watch too, to see what if I win. So anyway, so that's kind of the who likes this idea? Does anybody else like this idea? I think it's fun, and it's something to generate money, okay, to get your customers purchasing to get on the football square. So does everybody understand how that works?
Yes. I think it looks really great. I'll just call Christy and ask her what the scores were.
There you go, because I guarantee you Christy will know. So
Yes.
I'll post them in our Facebook page, because I know I'll be watching it too. So yeah. And so then of course, who are you going to root for or whatever? Well, of course, I'm going to root for the Chiefs because they're red. Okay. So of course that's, it's all about red this month. So that's who I'm going to be for. All right. So, it's just a lot of fun. And so I hope that encouraged you of something to do this week that can help you as you're working. And there is some scripts that I'll be posting that you can send out to your customers, or send them out in a group text or whatever. Okay. So that way you can, your customers will be purchasing to get on that football pot. Okay. So anyways, I hope that's something that you might like to do. So there's lots of things this week that you can do to generate sales. Okay. First off, Dee talked about PCP. Okay. Following up with your customers because of the book coming out. The second one is Valentine's sales. Okay. And I'll post some scripts to send to husbands, or maybe you want to just reach out to your customer first and say, hey, do you mind if I reach out to your husband about a Valentine's gift for you? If you would feel more comfortable asking him for, asking her first, if it's okay to reach out to him. Okay. You could, if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't know him, the husband, and don't feel comfortable reaching out to him, you can always ask the wife, do you care if I reach out to so-and-so? Okay. But now, like my husband, at Christmas, some men that he worked with, I got the phone numbers from him out of his phone and then texted them and say, hey, this is Kelly, Rodney's wife. All right. Would you be interested in a Christmas gift for your wife? All right. Totally 100% satisfaction guarantee. I always let them know that. And I always exchange it. And it also comes with a free complimentary makeover after Valentine's. Okay. So definitely some thoughts there. Okay. All right. Next thing, let me see. Let me pull up here. Do y'all have any questions about that? Anything?
Kelly,
Yes.
you're gonna drop the paper information after the meeting. That way we can print it out.
Yeah, I'm going to post it in our group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I'll post it in the
A
group.
plan right here to play it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll post it in the group. So that way y'all can print it all out and know, you could put whatever square, if it's a $5 pot, $10 pot, whatever, you can print whichever ones you want, and then the
Yeah,
directions
8.
and stuff.
I
Okay.
have Patty Morales, the Beba, and all them want to play with us.
Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, next, you remember the challenge, 60 faces, you guys. And so I'm going to turn it over to Amy real quick. And Amy is excited about something. And so she's going to share with you what she's doing, okay, to get faces done.
Hi, y'all. Can you hear and see me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I am doing, this week, I've been doing FaceTime facials. And it's kind of like a virtual thing. And, but it's FaceTime. So of course they have to have an iPhone. Eventually I'm going to do the Facebook Live, but I'm just not quite there yet. And I've had some huge success. I did 2 last week and they went They went very, very well. I've done some research, during the weather storm. I did a lot of looking at Jen Bessaker's, watching her videos. I took a lot of ideas off hers. If y'all have not been to Kelly Fuller's website, the kellyfuller.pink, and go to resources, you need to spend some time on there. There's just you could spend days on there, honestly, but that's where I get a lot of my ideas. And I discovered, I'm so excited, this really cool little brochure. And that is on, you might want to write this down. You're going to go to kellyfuller.pink. Hang on, I've got too many notebooks going on here. And you will go to resources, and the resource center on Kelly's, and her password for us is Kickers. Then you go to working virtually. Now, my recommendation is you're going to see all of this stuff. You want to spend some time looking at it all. And don't make the mistake that I did and go, oh, that's really cool. I'm printing 15 copies of it. Because then I found some stuff later on down and I was like, I just wasted printer ink. But anyway, so this is what I'm using on my FaceTime facials. And what I send out is a lookbook, a charcoal mask, and a microdermabrasion, and then the satin lips and a book, and then now this new brochure. Okay. And I'm loving it so much, y'all. Just can't brag about it enough. Again, it's going to be under Rachel Quinn. It's her book. So it's double-sided. Okay. It's kind of showing y'all. So on this one side, it's talking about, hey, we're going to do this virtual party. It tells a little bit about Mary Kay. It tells about our company, our charitable foundations. It has a little blurb about that. And then it also has some sets there listed. So you don't have to put a closing sheet. You're going to use this one brochure. And then it does a little paragraph about what to expect, what you're going to do for the class. That's on this side. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth. Let me read it to you real quick. So it says, welcome, blah, 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 preparing. It tells them exactly what to do about grab your phone, your tablet, your charger, pen and paper, warm, wet washcloths, et cetera, et cetera. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, but I do more than that because I do the satin lips. And then it also has the hashtag board and then your 3 questions. Okay. So you really need to watch Jen Bessaker's video to kind of get the hashtag board thing down. And I'm going to customize my 3 questions. And then you could also close off this one sheet. So anyway, do y'all want me to real quick go through kind of what I do, or do you just?
Hey, Amy, quick question, because I was writing down like what you said you put in the packet. You put 3D samples?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So 3D samples, normal, dry, or combination oily. All right. And then charcoal mask, satin lips, and what else?
And microdermabrasion.
Microdermabrasion. Okay.
And so on the facial that I did Friday night is with a single mom. And y'all, you just have to meet people where they're at. They sometimes just don't even have time to get to a function. And that's what I was struggling with. I had people that wanted a facial and they just couldn't get it in their schedule. So she was doing it in her bathroom and our kids were crawling around, but we had fun. And, I was talking to her little girls, and it was just a really sweet time. So I actually did the facial with her, and it was a little bit like I have a lot of kinks to work out. I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit different. And another thing I like is my book is right there. They don't see me cheating off my book. Like when you're in front of people, I don't know, it makes me nervous. I love being able to just sit there and go through my notes. So that was the Friday night one. Saturday morning, a girl that I did, she invited her mom over and a friend over. So there was 3 at that one, and it was really fun. And they took pictures of their mask on and posted that on Facebook. But you can do that on the live too, but I'm just not there yet.
So Amy, those 3 were also FaceTime?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was fun. It lasted about an hour. And
So, the great thing is Amy is like, okay, she's not able to get with them in person. So she's like, okay, this isn't working for me to get with them in person because people are busy. So she's like, okay, we'll just do FaceTime. Just like you do your grandkids or, a friend or whatever, you just do it FaceTime. All right. Yes, they do have to have iPhone, okay, to be able to do that. If they don't have an iPhone, you can do it Messenger. Okay. So, but right now, Amy is just starting where she feels comfortable. Okay. And so, y'all, this is a huge step for Amy. This is huge. Okay. Because she has fought this from day one of COVID. Okay.
I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the virtual stuff. But I love one-on-one, and I love meeting people where they're at. And I get it. Like, I live out in the country. I live out in the boonies. Y'all, it's a waste of my time for me to drive up and section that off and then show on me. I mean, I'm sorry. It's a huge waste. And I'm very strategic, like Kelly tells us to be. And I have so much positive feedback on this. It's crazy.
That's great, Amy. And I know Christy did this last week? Was it with your sister?
With my aunt.
With your aunt. That's right. Your aunt. Okay. And where was she from?
Maryland.
From Maryland. Okay. So y'all, you can do these people. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're your next door neighbor. Okay. And you can't get with them in person. You do it this way.
Brittany lives for the single mom. That's how bad her time constraints were.
So, so y'all and if it's one face at a time, it's one face at a time. Okay. That's how you build your business, one face at a time. And that right there is how you can seriously get your 60 faces in. But you're going to have to be, intentional. Maybe you're going to have to do 10 faces a day and put them all together. You can figure that out. I mean, you can do them by Zoom, if that works for you. But I have found that some people are like, I don't know how to get on Zoom. Okay. And so I have found that where some people don't know how. So, so it's figuring it out, but you are going to have to go to Jen Bessaker, and all that training is on Kelly's Kickers. Okay. Go to, what was it under, you guys?
Resources.
No, she's talking about Jen Bessaker is under Kelly's Facebook page.
Oh.
Yeah. What was that under? I can't remember.
Let me look real quick.
It has to be on your computer though. It cannot be pulled up on your phone or on an iPad.
Yeah.
You have to pull it up from a laptop or a computer.
There's so much information, so many places. I know it's challenging. Hold on. I'm going to Kelly's.
Well, y'all are looking at that.
Guides. It's under guides.
Under guides. Yes, under guides.
Amy, are you with FaceTime? Because I don't have it. I don't know how really on Messenger what I could do. Can you do like you can do multiple calls, like have 3 or 4 people at their own homes in their bathroom at the same time with FaceTime?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm not tech savvy, y'all. So I don't know.
Well, I think you can. You just
I'll
have to
find
add
out.
them in. You just have to add them in.
Just like
And
if you're
so-
adding someone into a phone call. Okay.
You just add them in. And another thing, and Vicki, like, I know, like, if you have a different type of phone, I know you don't have an iPhone, but you can do that through Messenger with yours.
I did one through Messenger several years ago with my cousin in Nevada.
Okay.
And we just got on and she was in her bathroom doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So I know you can do it
know what?
Messenger.
Could you sometimes show us how to do it on Messenger? Because I don't know how to do that.
Yes, I
I'll
will.
figure it out.
So,
Yeah.
and then Becky said here in the chat, it says Google Duo. Okay, you can do multiple faces at a time. I mean, because Becky, when you start talking about that, I don't know how to do that either. So, but I'd have to like look at it and figure out that. But y'all, I'm just thinking of other people that don't have time to get with me, or like, okay, I'm not going to come to Denton, to the studio or whatever. And so do it this way. Okay, just do it this way. So it says, I think it Google Meets Now. Okay, you think that's what it's called, Google Meets Now? Okay, all right. So you can do that and figure that out that way. So I do want to go really quick. I'm going to share real quick Kelly's kickers, or kellyfuller.pink. So those of you that don't know about the website here, everybody's welcome to go to it. It's kellyfuller.pink. Okay. And you go to resources right here, and then it's going to ask for a password. Okay. So, and you're going to go, what was it called? Working Virtually, Amy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So right down here, you're going to go down here to Working Virtually, and you're going to click on that. And then it's going to ask you, it's not going to ask me, but it's going to ask you for a password. Okay. And it's kickers, all lowercase, KICKERS, all lowercase. All right. And so, and then you're going to scroll down through here. And so virtual, I'm looking through here where Amy found that. Let me see.
Amy, did you say it was Rachel Quinn?
Yes, Rachel Quinn. It's pretty far down there.
Okay, I'm looking here.
I was loving the bad weather, y'all. I studied and looked at these websites. I think you passed it.
Did I pass it?
Yeah. It's before
Is it right here?
I think so.
Trifold. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So she's got the sets here. Okay. So, and it's a trifold. All right. Most popular sets. And so this is right here how you close. Okay. And right here you put the date of the party and the time that you're sending with everything, which I really like this, Amy. Okay. And then down here it says welcome. Okay. I can't wait to pamper you during your virtual beauty, experience. Preparing what to all have. Okay. Thank you for your time. Reschedule. Okay. Are refreshed and relaxed. And then here, Miracle said it tells you how to go through everything. And then here's your hashtags. Okay. And I do know if you're not real sure what the questions are, you can customize your own questions, but too, Jen Bessiker has the questions too. Okay. Yeah. Jen Bessiker does have what questions you do ask. And so, and then they would just write them on here. And two, another thing I would also, just working on getting referrals from this is, let me see, I'm going to print this real quick. So that way I've got it up already printing. And
Amy,
so anyway,
did you just go ahead and send those to Office Depot to print?
No, printed from my house.
Okay.
And that it's 2 pieces of paper, and I printed on both sides and then try it, just less paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Amy, thank you for sharing that. Really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
And so anyway, so I think, this, hopefully this gives y'all hope, like as far as, okay, I can do that. Now, let me just tell you one thing, like Jessica Wilson, which is one of Amy's team members. She lives in Florida. Okay. Her first Facebook party, okay, is this Wednesday. All right. Is Wednesday. And with new consultants, I will do their first party. Okay. And I will send out the samples with new consultants. All right. And that's their first Facebook party, or I'll go in person to do it. Okay. And so, but I sent out for Jessica, I want to say about 15 packets. Okay. 15 packets. And in those packets, okay, I do not put a lookbook in it. Okay. I put the beauty book. I put the party board, 3D sample. Okay. And then I put charcoal mask, a microdermabrasion, and a color look card. Okay. And then I put the doe foot for the lips, and I put a sponge tip applicator. Okay. Now, with all of those samples, y'all, I'm not one to figure out I don't look at pennies. Okay, I do not. I mean, because I think first off, whatever it's going to cost me to mail, get that out of your mind. Okay. And how much your samples are costing. Because first off, I'm not having to drive. Okay. So look at the time and money right there that I'm not having to drive to someone and do their party. Okay. So that's saving, you know, that money right there. So it's all going to come out in the same. All right. And then mailing, you can't think about what the mailing is going to cost. Okay.
Right.
Because you think of the gas and the time, the setup, you know, all of that. So where with Jessica's party, it's probably going to take about an hour. Okay. And getting everything ready to start rolling or whatever. And then an hour FaceTime live. Okay. So just saying, you know, you can't think about the pennies there of the samples that you're mailing out. You've got to get those out of your mind. Okay. Because I mean, if you're going to have to invest in samples. Okay. And so I know Amy does the satin lips, which would be very good to do, but Mary Kay don't have samples of the satin lips. Okay. So you're going to have to make your own. All right. And so one thing I told Amy, let me share really quick.
Kelly, did you say you put a color card in that?
I do put a color card.
Okay.
Okay. And so when I am pre-profiling, okay, that's what you want to do with every person pre-profile. The question is I ask is I need your address and your phone number. What is your skin type? Normal, dry, combination, oily, and what's your eye color? Okay. Those are the questions that I ask, just to make for sure that I have, you know, just the basic, because I don't want to keep them a long time. You know what I'm saying? And answering back and forth. But you ask them a question,
Okay.
let them come back and answer, and then you ask them another one. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then like with some of Jessica's, I would ask them, are you going to be able to be on Jessica's party on the 8th at 8 p.m.? Okay. Because I want to get a commitment there.
Yes.
All right. And so right now, Jessica has at least 10 or more. And I told her we're trying to have 20 people on live. Okay. For her to win a prize. Okay. So, and I know Jessica, she already got some product sold for her. Okay. So anyway, so y'all just, I mean, do these. So let me just show you. This is what I do. It's these little packages here. Okay. These are pink. They come like this. They're little foil packs. Okay. Have y'all ever seen these before? Okay. They're little foil packs. Here they open up right here. You can open this up. It's on this end. They open up on this end. Ah! I can do this. I can do this. Okay. All right, here we go. You open that up right here and you squeeze it inside there. You squeeze your samples inside here. If you need to make your own samples, okay? So you squeeze it in there and then you get your flat iron, okay? And you seal it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you seal it. All right, so now it's sealed. And then here it has a rip off part. On the other side, you rip it, okay? And then they just squeeze it out, okay? They just, so charcoal mask, before we had charcoal mask samples, I have green of these. So I was doing all my samples for charcoal mask in these in green, okay? And so, and then I ordered some pink ones for other samples, okay? And so, but these are, I'll put it on here, but they're called Color Field. And I'll put it on there, but they're just little bitty ones, okay? They're not real big. And so that's what I would put satin lips in, okay? And that would right there would help you, instead of them being rounds, Amy, yeah, like the round things. And so, because then they get a little bit more bubbly, you know, to where it's hard to mail them, okay?
Well,
And-
you've got a chance of them breaking through the mail too.
Exactly.
You'd have to put, don't run it through the machine on that one if you did
Right,
those, right?
right. And I did purchase a stamp because I was writing so many times on Jessica's deal. I bought me a stamp for $10, okay, on Amazon, and it says non-machinable. That way I can stamp it on the front and stamp it on the back. It was $10.
Yep, I ordered mine yesterday. It's supposed to be here Wednesday.
Awesome. Yes. So that way, because you want to make sure your samples don't go, through the machine. And so anyways, it was $10 on Amazon. I got it in 2 days. And so that way you can just stamp them non-machinable. Okay. So I hope that helps y'all I really want y'all to focus on the 60 faces. Okay. And it can still be done. Don't think right now it can't be done. Okay. Because it still can be done. Okay. Just focus on it. All right. Be intentional with it. Okay. All right. Oh, another thing is you can put samples in is you can just get these at Hobby Lobby, but they're just I think they're jewelry bags, maybe little jewelry bags. And you can put samples in that too. Okay. And they just seal at the top, just like a Ziploc baggie. Okay. But they're small, but I like the kind you just take your flat iron and just seal them. Okay. All right. So any other questions there for anybody? Anybody? Okay, so let me see, make for sure. Okay, I'm going to do this week, just to tell you, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I know on ours, which is Painting the States Pink, okay, is Love Your Body. All right, and we're going to be talking about the roll-up bag, everything that's in the roll-up bag, okay? And I'm going to be reaching to 2 or 3 consultants to help me out tomorrow. Last week, just with the storm and everything, I just went on and did it by myself, but y'all, I'm just telling you that my internet was all messed up, and so I ended up just going in and deleting it. And so anyway, so tomorrow night is Love Your Body, and I'll be reaching out to 3 consultants to help me with that. Okay, Tess, I know Tess does her own with Terry and Danya. Okay, so and then Wednesday, I've got Jessica's party. Okay, so that is a good night for you to schedule something of your own. Okay, get some facials scheduled for Wednesday night. Okay, and then Thursday is, of course, GNO live in person. I have rings to hand out, and I have earrings, you guys. These are so cute. And so I got these all in. So these are going to be mailing out tomorrow. Bethany wasn't in the office all week last week, so she'll be in the office tomorrow mailing out prizes. And so those of you that are local, please let me know if you're coming locally, because I will have your prizes for you on Thursday night locally, okay, to hand them to you. All right, so that way you can get your prizes in person right there, okay? And then let me see. Thursday night also is called Dream Big. It's a sharing. Okay. It's not Janice Trude. It's Kim McClure. And so it's called Dream Big, and it's a marketing event. Okay. But they do give away like $100 in cash, some product, and then e-starts. Okay. And I'll post that. No, I think it's 7:00 Central is what I think it is, but I'll double check it. Okay. All right. So I think that's everything. So Tess, just hang tight. I'm going to do recognition, and I'm going to have you close. Okay. All right. So real quick, I went through. So thank you to the 7 consultants that did turn in their Google sheet, which was Angelica, Patty, Pat, Becky, Amy, Christy, and Vicky. So congratulations to all of y'all turning in your Google Doc. All right. For recognition. And so our number 1 in sales, retail sales this week was Vicky. So congratulations, Vicky, for number 1 in sales for a $376 week. So congratulations. Awesome. Okay. And then number 1 in booking, okay, goes to Angelica she has 5 bookings on her books. All right. 5 bookings. So congratulations, Angelica. And number 1 in faces was Amy Boyd. So congratulations, Amy, with 5 faces. Okay. And number 1 in new names goes to Patty. So congratulations, Patty, for new names. She had 8 new names this week. So congratulations. And for pink tickets, number 1 in pink tickets goes to Angelica. So double queen right there for pink tickets. And she had 5 pink tickets. Okay. And then the last one for sharing appointments goes to, let me find it here. Sharing appointments. 1 for sharing appointments goes to Amy. So congratulations, Amy, for sharing, you guys, for 1 sharing appointment. All right. So, and number 2, I'll tell you who's number 2 in sales was Angelica. So congratulations, Angelica, for number 2 in sales for $369. So it's Vicky and then Angelica. And number 3 in sales was Amy. Congratulations, Amy, in sales, and her sales was $319. So every one of them over $300 in sales. So congratulations. And so thank each of y'all for doing the Google Doc. All right. So proud of y'all. And I can't wait to see what the sales are this next week. Okay. All right. So tomorrow morning, yes, 6:30 a.m. We have Rise and Shine. Okay. Which is our call, is Jesus Calling. And I'm going to be, how many of you want some new names? Okay. We're going to be talking about how to get some new names, and it's going to be through a birthday bash. Okay. Calling your customers for birthdays or just people you don't even know. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow because we're starting back our birthday bash. Okay. And we're playing bingo. Okay. So it's going to be fun. So I'm going to be, I'll see all of y'all in the morning. All right. At 6:30. So congratulations, everyone. So we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Thank you for